Oh shoot, oh my goodness, I can't. Anyway, so today I will be showing you guys how to make a tie blanket. Basically, it's 2 pieces of fleece that you tie together into a blanket. Here's an example of one. I made this my freshman year of high school for volleyball, so this is the one I take to my volleyball trips. Yeah, so it's themed, of course, with the volleyball. So the fun thing about this is it's the perfect gift if you do not know what to buy someone, because you can personalize it for them, and it's super inexpensive and it's fun to make. I think this is great for kids to have something to do, just something fun, like I said, and you could get really creative with it. So for sizing, this one here, I used 2.5 yards for each piece, so the volleyball one and the black on the back. This is for an oversized blanket, so it's really big. But for sizing, I would recommend 1.5 yards for a toddler, which would fit in a crib, and then 1 to like 1 3/4 maybe for like a child up to the age of 12 maybe, and then after that I would recommend getting 2 yards for a teen/adult. But like I said, you can go as big as you want, as small as you want. It really does not matter. I did 2 yards, so it's just the average size. So like I said, you can get fun with it. I did decide to do a gray polka dot with a pink backside, solid color, so it should look really cute. So I'm excited. So without further ado, let's get started. I went the wrong way. So for this project, you'll need 2 pieces of fleece of your choice and a pair of scissors. To start out, you just want to lay out your fleece. So make sure that your bottom fleece is facing down, and your top fleece is facing up. So right here I'm showing you the difference. As you can tell, that's the bottom, that's the top. And you can feel it because the bottom has a lining while the top is usually soft. And so you just want to lay the fleece out, getting out any wrinkles you see, corner to corner, nice and neat, and just smooth it out. This will be important because when we start cutting, you want your fleece to be even. Also, if you see any fleece that's uneven along the sides, you go in and cut that off so that way that they are even. It doesn't have to be perfect, but pretty close is pretty good. Now for cutting, we are going to cut the sides into strips. I already finished 3 of the sides. This is the last side. So when you're cutting, you want to make the strips about 1.5 centimeters wide and about 1.5 inches deep. This basically makes the size of the fringes after you tie them. So they will be kind of long, but not too long. And yeah, you just keep cutting. So basically just go all the way down and cut it. I like to cut one side, then tie that same side before I move on to the next side. Some people like to cut all together and then go tie at the end, but I guess it's really up to you. I find it easier cutting and then tying that same side, so that way if you want to take a break, you can, versus the other way, you can't really take a break. You'd have to leave it out because you don't want the cuts to get uneven and you don't know which one to tie to which one. Also, when doing this, make sure that you are cutting both the bottom layer fleece and the top layer fleece, so that way they are even together, and it's just a lot more efficient that way. Otherwise, it'd be a lot harder to get the cuts to match up. That's why it was important when we were laying it out originally that we laid it out smoothly with no wrinkles so that everything could be nice and neat. So when you're done cutting, this is what it should look like, and you are ready to tie. So to tie, basically you're just tying it into knots. So you're taking each strand, so one of the top layer and one of the bottom layer, and tying it over and under each other. A simple tie, nothing too fancy. However, you can get creative with your ties, but I just like to stick to this basic one. It's simple and it usually turns out really cute. And yeah. Alrighty, so now that we're done with our blanket, this is the final product. Like I said, it's gray, polka dots, and pink. So yeah, I just wanted to point out why we cut off that 4x4 square at the beginning before we started anything else. And that's just so that the corners of the blanket would be rounded. So as you can see, like this is a corner. Otherwise, it would be like a jacked up corner. It'd be harder to like tie. But yeah, so I really like how this one turned out. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I hope you guys enjoy your new blanket. And I'll see you guys in class.